Hi everyone, I'm Shauna and welcome to my channel. Y'all, this is my very first favorites video ever, and I'm bringing you my no buy year makeup favorites. Hello, I'm so excited about this. We're almost at the end of the road here, in a good way. I'm so glad 2020 is we're closing the book on that. And so I really wanted to bring my favorites, everything that I loved this year, used this year, and none of this is new. And I really wanted this video to be of products that were not new, because there's so many videos out there about people talking about the favorite things that they bought and they tried, and I've seen a few of those videos and I really do like them. I really want to be the voice in your subscription feed that's not talking about the new things right now. I want to be that voice who's saying, hey, what did you love this year? Go back and take a look at your collection and find out what you love, because looking at what you love and what you have enjoyed allows you to just make better purchases in the future. The mirror is up. I'm very excited about it. My hair is looking crazy. If you see it in the mirror, don't say anything. And at the end of the video, after I talk about my favorites, we're going to talk about my least favorites. There are six things that are my least favorites. Some of them are absolutely like a hot pile of garbage. Other things are this just isn't good. So my favorites are going to be, it was supposed to be a top 10, but it's going to be a top 11. My top 11 things that I loved this year. Some of them have been panned, and I brought out the pans to show you. But I do want to just say one thing before we hop into the favorites. If you can't tell, I'm excited. But there's a couple of things in here from brands that I'm not supporting. One thing's from ColourPop. We all know how I feel about ColourPop right now. There's a couple of things from Glossier, sorry to spoil it for you. I still want to talk about these things because I did love them. I did not purchase them this year, and I really, really did love them. Because I like these products so much, I'm now interested in duping them out. And there's already a couple of products that I have on my horizon, that I have my eye on, that I'm pretty sure are dupes. And I'm really excited to hopefully one day come to the channel and be like, hey, here's a dupe for this brand that sucks, and here's a brand that's not sucky. You know what I'm trying to say. Let's start this baby off. And we'll come in with number 11. And number 11 is ColourPop Snake Eyes. Probably one of my most favorite shadows of the year, worth a ton for single shadows. I also featured this in my best single shadows videos. That was pretty early on in my channel, probably maybe April. Love this color. The eyeshadow formula on the ColourPop shadows are good, but it's the color that I really like. I don't know if this is controversial to say this, but I feel like there are just so many brands that just make good eyeshadow formulas. This one is just middle of the road. And I'm saying it's good, but there's also a ton of brands that also do good formulas. Anyways, the color of this, just really flattering. And this is a color that I think I always want to have around in one form or another. I did talk about in my mini and sample project pan that the Laura Mercier Eye Caviar stick in, I can't remember the shade, but it is a dupe for this. It is more expensive and a completely different formula. But the reason I bring that up is just to say that there are other things that I can use instead of this. And while I have this, I'm going to cherish it. It was totally a favorite. Everything on this list are loves. I've just ranked them because I feel like ranking things just makes them more fun and creates a bigger surprise at the end. But everything here is a love. So number 9, my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I don't know, I feel like I have to check the date. Is this 2016 or 2020? By now, you've all seen what this looks like. This is my most loved palette, and I'm not sick of it. I just enjoyed the crap out of this year. I really, really loved it, and I'm about to hit pan, hopefully, on 2 of the colors. This is just a color story that, for me, is standing the test of time. I can't, okay, you can't say that something has stood the test of time if it's worked for 4 years. I mean, standing the test of time is like, it's a long-term thing. 4 years is not long-term. 4 years is not 20. And this, for a lot of people, has not stood the test of time because 4 years later, they're like, yeah, I don't really like this color story anymore. It's not really my thing. But for me, I still really like this. And 2020 Shauna is using it differently than like 2016 or 2018 Shauna. And I really do still love the color story. The color story, it hits. And for me, this palette just still hits. 2020 Shauna would appreciate more shimmers. That's something very different than, you know, any other kind of previous iterations of my makeup preferences. But the color story still hits. The formula, when I tried this for the first time, I was pretty inexperienced with makeup. I hadn't tried a lot of palettes, and I'm still not the most well-versed palette person out there, but this is no longer my favorite formula. But like, I can still work with it, and I still really like the color story, so it hits. You're seeing Modern Renaissance in a 2020 makeup favorites. It's just such a staple workhorse palette. All right, that was 10. This is number 9. Another oldie, but a goodie, the Becca highlighter in Opal. This was, I'm pretty sure, brand new this year. I had bought it, I'd panned it once and then bought it as a mini last year and then like cracked open the box this year. And I am on my way to hitting pan. I love this color and this formula. It works for me for 3/4 of the year. Now I'm like a bit too pale to really wear this all that much, but I really, really love this formula. I think I only have 2 highlighters in my collection, and this is the only one I like. I currently have the e.l.f. highlighter in my collection. It's not very good, but I've already hit pan on it and like I just can't give it away. But this is genuinely a formula that I love, and I know that Becca just like hasn't gotten a lot of love because they've had a lot of flops, especially like their zero pigment foundation kind of stuff this year. They've had eyeshadow palettes that have been flops, and even they have a holiday collection out now, and that's not really enticing me. And I kind of feel like sometimes people forget about the Becca highlighters. I don't know, maybe people are just more well-versed in the highlighting realm than I am. But for me, highlighters are just not something that I love and need 100 of. Like, I'm genuinely fine with 1 or 2. And this is one that is just like such a workhorse product that I hope will just be around in my collection for a long time. All right, number 8 is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Now, I have this color in medium sand, and I use this explicitly for face concealing. I'm not a huge fan of this under my eyes, but I really do like it on the face. I am wearing it to conceal just a couple of things today. It's very nice and provides a lot of coverage. And I did not realize how much I love this until recently, when I realized this is just about pant. There's a chance this could make it in this year's empties. It's almost done. And I don't think I have ever just naturally panned a concealer. And to me, it says something if you pan a product naturally. I've just reached for this for face concealing so often because I just love the way that it looks, and I feel like it lasts all day, at least for me. I don't know, I might keep it in a little longer than this year's empties to like really kind of scrape it out, but I really, really did love this. This was just a little bit messy, but this has been a workhorse product, and it's affordable, and this product does come in quite a few shades, especially on the e.l.f.'s website. So this is a product that like I'm really happy to support and to recommend. If you have dry skin, I have no idea how this will work for you, but I'm an oily skin kind of gal, and this works for me on the face. On the under eyes, I do notice some dryness and some creasing. We'll talk more about concealer in a hot minute, but face concealing, great. Okay, next up, the GlossierBalm.com. This surprised the heck out of me this year. I really loved it, and it was brand new. Panned the whole freaking thing this year, and I would buy this 10 times over if Glossier was not a shitty brand. This was really protective on the lips. I really love the formula. Such a perfect around the house kind of lip balm. And even if you're somebody who just likes a lip product but you don't want a lipstick or a gloss, this product just hits. It's great. My lips are just so protected and like so lovely and looking so nice. Next up, the Glossier Cloud Paint, specifically in the color Dusk. I own these in 2 other colors. I own them in Puff and like that darker purpley color. I can't remember what it's called. Storm, maybe? This color is my favorite. And to me, not all the colors blend out the same. This one blends out one of the best. It's super easy. You can just like use your fingers and stipple it out or use a stipple brush. It's so easy and I really, really love the way that it looks. The darker color is more difficult to blend out, and the Puff kind of pink color is like still a color that I like, but I genuinely like this one the absolute best. The color is just, to me, it's so good. When I wear this, I generally don't wear a bronzer with it because I don't feel like I need it. And this is a product that I love to wear on no makeup days or like a five product face. One of the products this year that made me realize how much I love that nudie, orangey, brownie kind of blush. If it wasn't for this and my Bare Minerals blush, I never would have realized that preference. And it is now my preferred color, which is like, it's just mind-blowing to me. And I've talked more about that preference in video I just posted. I can link that. It's like how I know by year it changed my beauty preferences. And this is the thing that made me fall in love with like cream products. I think it's fabulous. And there is, I think, a dupe for this in the Quote Beauty line at Shoppers Drug Mart. I don't know the color name, but like when you go to the drugstore and you see the blushes, they only have a couple of shades, not as vast as the Glossier line, but you can tell which one I'm talking about. We are now getting in to the top 5. And the 5th product is the e.l.f. Brow. This is such an amazing brow gel. This has been the year of the brows for me. So this is my favorite brow gel. It has nice little fine kind of hairs in it. I can't think of the word, fibers. And I love this. If this came in a shade for me, this is all I would use in my brows, period. And this is all I did use in my brows when I had my natural hair color. However, with the way the color is now, this is not the perfect shade. And this only comes in like, I've only ever seen 2 shades of this at my drugstore. I don't know if there's more shades online, but either way, I'm pretty sure they don't have like a warm toned brown, almost like a reddy kind of, not auburn, but like a reddy warm brown. That would be perfect, and that would be all that I would use. Now, if you're somebody who has brown or blonde or black hair, this is just, and if you haven't tried it and you maybe have never tried a brow gel and you want to, this would be the thing that I would recommend. If this came in my correct color, I would only use this. And it was this product that really solidified my love for brow gels. I've used the Essence brow gel. That one I think is crap. I don't think it's very good, and it only comes in 2 shades. Don't like the formula. This is like $5 and it's the bomb. It's amazing. I would recommend this to like just about anybody. Product number 4 is the Marc Jacobs Eyeliner in Pink of Me. This product caught me by surprise. Now, I have never ever owned an eyeliner that costs as much as this. This costs 34 Canadian dollars. However, this is absolutely worth the money. I would buy this full price. It's that good. Now, I feel like there's 2 kind of people out there. If you're somebody who likes that brightening kind of eyeliner effect, there's the people who like the pink and the people who like the nude, whatever kind of iteration of pink or nude fits your complexion. I'm a pink kind of person, and this is the best formula I've ever tried. And I have tried so many out there. I've tried some from Annabelle and Essence. as well as I think Wet n Wild had one at one point. So has Benefit, so has Anastasia. I think Tarte, I've tried Tarte's, I'm pretty sure. Just about every company that makes a nude or a pink eyeliner in the drugstore at Sephora, I've tried it. And this one goes on, like it stays inside the waterline all day. And the color is vibrant. Like it shows up. You don't need to be in there like smashing at your eye, having to do like 5 different coats. Like one pass and you're good. It's amazing. And I cannot wait to finish my current eyeliner so I can try this. It's the best. And I finished it this year and I have been missing it. Number 3 is the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat powder. I panned this baby this year and I absolutely miss this. It's so good. Now, let me tell you why. I love this because it comes in a variety of shades. And I'm not saying it's the best shade range, but they have so many options online. Like I think they might have like maybe 15 different shades. And I've personally found at the drugstore that any line that has more than 2 shades is an anomaly of pressed powders. Not every brand will offer multiple shades of pressed powder, which is kind of shocking to me. Or if they do, there's like, here's 4 shades, like figure it out. There's so many in this line. So I feel like at the drugstore, this will probably be one that will suit a lot of different skin tones. Obviously not a guarantee, but it's one of the more extensive shade ranges out there. I also like this because it's more of a fuller coverage powder and I like that. And this is not a powder that makes you look super flat like it says. It's almost creamy. It's so good. Number 2 is the Bare Minerals Bounce and Blur Blush in Blurred Buff. I hate saying that name. It's a freaking tongue twister. This is the blush of the year. The absolute favorite blush of the year. It's my second favorite product of the year. This color, again, is so good. I love this color on me. And this formula is so unique. It's like a cream to powder formula. When you put your finger in it, it almost feels powdery, but it's still like a cream. Is that even the right word? Is this it almost doesn't feel like a cream. It is amazing. I love the color. It applies so easily, so smoothly. I never get any patchiness with this. And it's also not a blush that I feel like when you like put your brush in and you put it on your face, it's too pigmented or it doesn't spread out. This is just absolutely excellent. And they do have a couple of different colors. I own at least one other, but this one is my favorite of the 2. And this is a blush that works over powder if you're an oily skin kind of person and you need the powder. I have never once had a problem wearing this over powder. It's worked every time with every kind of foundation that I've owned. It's really great with full coverage foundations, light coverage foundations. Doesn't skip. It's just probably like my perfect formula. And this is absolutely a blush I could see myself panning. It's just the best blush I've ever tried, I've ever owned. It is truly amazing. And a recommendation to just about anybody who feels like that color would suit their skin tone. And it was kind of hard picking between the blush and this product because there's arguments for both being number 1 because they're number 1 in their own categories. They're just amazing. The best product of the year is the Fenty lip gloss. I love the absolute crap out of this. I'm wearing it today. I'm gonna be one of those annoying people who like apply stuff on camera. I love it. This one is the one in Fenty Glow. I got it as a gift and I own 3 colors now. There has not been a color that I do not like. If you're very particular about scents, you definitely gotta smell it before you try it because this does have a scent. But I feel like the information for a lot of people is not new by now. It's like a shimmery lip gloss, not like a sparkly or like chunky lip gloss. And I really like how sheer it is. I love a sheer formula. All the colors are great. So smooth. doesn't dry out your lips. My lips definitely do not get chapped with them, and they are hydrating as far as lip glosses go. The formula is absolutely beautiful, and you get so much product in here. There's no lip gloss in my collection that comes close to the amount of product that this has. It is an absolute star product. Let's talk about the worst products of the year. And I feel like with this, we should start with like the best of the worst and go to like the heaping garbage pile products last. There's 6 products here, but 2 of them are kind of in one category. So I'm gonna start off with, I guess, the best of the worst. And the first product might surprise you if you have been a watcher of my project pans. This has been in for just a little while, but I've never actively said that I hated it, at least as far as I can remember. And it's this. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Full Coverage Foundation. I already knew that this wasn't a favorite, and this was at least a run-of-the-mill product, but looking and playing with the All-Nighter foundation made me realize how truly awful this is. First of all, the shade range is garbage, and it's so difficult to find your shade online. The names are so deceiving. This is called Fairly Light Neutral. I'm just gonna hold this up for you. Like, this is not a fair light shade. This is actually kind of dark for that kind of shade descriptor. Their shades jump really badly. They're really yellow and orange, even the light colors. So the shade range is bad, but this product sits on top of your skin. And if you have pores, which is basically every living human out there, I cannot see this looking good on you. I hate the way this looks. It exaggerates any kind of pore or texture or fine line on my skin. It looks awful. I cannot describe how horrible this looks on the skin, and also just like how much it sits. It's the sitting on top of the skin that makes it look so bad. Like, it doesn't mesh with your skin. It just doesn't mesh. And this transfers. Probably one of the worst. This is a high coverage foundation. And high coverage foundations are usually the kinds of foundations that are making claims as transfer proof or transfer resistant. I don't know if this makes that claim, but this just, like, it transfers like crazy. It just never really like dries down, or like whenever you touch your skin, even with powder on top, you're still getting remnants of this, which is not true for like every other foundation I own, except for like my dewiest ones. So I would personally stay far away from this. The next worst product is the Photo Focus Concealer. I have gone back and forth on this all year. I like it, I don't like it. I like it, I don't like it. I've come to the conclusion, this is horrible. There is no way, there's no situation that this makes my under eyes look good. I actually thought for months I was having an under eye problem. That, oh, my under eyes are so dry and they're flaky or crusty or whatever. And yeah, there have been moments of that, but there have been days where I have moisturized my under eyes to the freaking high heavens. Okay, I've made sure. I've even used my hydrogel, like Peter Thomas Roth patches. I put rosehip seed oil. I've done everything to moisturize the crap out of my under eyes. This, if you could see the way my under eyes look today, makes them look crusty, just awful. And like, it ages me. It just makes my under eyes look bad. And I would absolutely stay far away from this, especially if you have dry to normal skin. I will never use that or recommend it. And I'm almost done with this. So happy to see it go. Same with this. All right, number 3 is the ColourPop Cream Gel Eyeliner in Honey Nude. This, I think, is one of the worst under eye kind of brightening pencils that I've personally ever used. And because I've tried so many and I already have a favorite, how much this sucks just kind of is amplified when you put it next to this product that's amazing. This, I will have to like be in my waterline doing 5 or 6 passes and you don't get payoff. You have to physically put it on the actual outside of your eye to see anything. Even then, it doesn't really show up all that much. The formula isn't great. It creases, it fades, it doesn't last. This is just not good. I would not recommend it, and I think it's bad. The next 2 products I'm talking about together, and it is these lip balms. I have the Earth Mama lip balm, and it doesn't even matter the shade of either of them because all the iterations are bad. And this one is the Hurrah lip balm. I have tried this in, I think, like a tangerine kind of orange flavor, and I think one other one. These are horrible, the worst lip balms I have ever tried. Finding vegan lip balms I've found to be difficult because beeswax and lanolin are in just so many formulas. One of you actually recommended the Pawpaw lip balm, and I'm very excited to try that one. I, for a long time, assumed that there was lanolin in there, which was wrong. was not correct. And it's like about $10, and it's sold everywhere. That one is going to be the next lip balm purchase once I finish up another 1 or 2. But these are so bad, I do not want to finish them, and there's nobody that I would recommend these to because they actively dry out my lips. So your lips are worse off when you apply it, and whatever kind of thing that goes on your lips, I don't know what to call it, moisture, it's not color, but it does not last long. These do not last long on your lips, both of them, and you have to continuously reapply because it dries them out and then the product on top like goes away. The worst lip balms I have ever tried, and they both feel the same. They're just bad. They're a natural kind of products and they give that whole category a really bad look. And also they're small brands, and I feel like an asshole saying that these products from small brands aren't good. But I heard Sarah Rose, she talked about a product from a small brand. I think she was talking about this hippie mascara, and she made a good point that products that are in the natural beauty space, either somebody who's trying to be more eco-conscious with ingredients or packaging or doing something like that, it's already so difficult to use them or to find these products. And for these products to be successful, they have to at least compete. And these ones are not competing. They're just not, and they're actively bad. The worst product that I've tried this year is the Glossier Haloscope. And I don't think it matters what kind of shade you have. I think they're all bad. These are, how do I put this? They're just a sticky, greasy mess. I'm clearly not the clientele for this because I don't like stick products, but even that, even if I put that aside, this actively stays dewy and sticky on your face. And if you're somebody who likes the Haloscope, I'm sorry for being such a jerk about it, or I don't know, speaking so negatively about it, but if you like the product, please, I am urging you to write in the comments to tell me how you use this, because I can't actually think of a way or a person who it would work for, because to have a product that is actually sticky and greasy to the touch on the face, I don't know what to do with that. Like, I don't know who would like that, because it picks up makeup underneath it, it breaks down makeup underneath it, and then it's like it stays wet, it stays kind of glossy, it stays like tacky to the touch, and that is absolutely nothing that I want on my face. This is one of the few products that I could say that I hate. Same with these. If this was the last highlighter on earth, I would wear no highlighter for the rest of my life. It's so bad. I think you get the gist. So these are my top products, my favorite products, and my least favorites of the year. I hope that you enjoyed this video and you were inspired to go into your own collection to find what you love. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know your favorites of the year. I would really, really love to know that. And that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again around here soon. Bye.